I request our honorable chief guest, Dr. Anil Bonde, our guest of honor, Padma Shri Dr. M. Khalilullah, the respected Dean of GMC Nagpur, Dr. Sudhir Gupta, Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh Madam, Dr. Vibhavari Dani Madam, our guest of honor, Dr. Ramesh Bakane, our guest of honor, Dr. Sanjay Chahande, Padma Shri Dr. Ashok Gupta, and Dr. Manish Shrigrivar to kindly come forward for the lighting of the traditional lamp.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः।
सुना है मिल के चलने से मुकद्दर जाग जाते हैं, यही बात आजमाने चलो आज एक साथ चलते हैं। आई रिक्वेस्ट डॉक्टर सुधीर नेरड़ and Dr. Manish Shrigrivar to kindly escort our esteemed guests to the dais.
अरदास अधूरी होती है, अतिथि वो फरिश्ते हैं जिनके आने से आस पूरी होती है। तो आइए हम हमारे अतिथियों का सम्मान पुष्पगुच्छ देकर करते हैं। Today we are indeed privileged to have with us Padma Shri Dr. M. Khalilullah, who is also Padma Bhushan, and Dr. B.C. Rai awardees as our guest of honor. I request Dr. Sudhir Nerar sir to welcome Dr. M. Khalilullah sir by floral bouquet. Now I request Dr. Manish Shrigrivar sir to welcome our beloved Dean GMC Nagpur, Dr. Sudhir Gupta sir. We are having with us Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh Madam. She is having Dr. BC Award awardee as the guest of honor. Now I request Dr. Y.S. Deshpande sir to welcome Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh Madam by offering floral bouquet. The gold medal awards were initiated by Dr. Vibhavari Dani Madam, Chairperson, Diamond Jubilee Committee 2007 and ex-Dean GMC Nagpur. I request Dr. Uday Narlawar sir to welcome Madam by floral bouquet. We are privileged to have with us as guest of honor Dr. Ramesh Bakane sir, urologist in Duluth, Georgia. Now I request Dr. Gopal Aglavar sir to welcome sir with floral bouquet. Today we are honored to have with us Dr. Sanjay Chahande sir, IAS, ex Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Maharashtra. I request Dr. Prafulla Kulkarni sir to give the floral welcome to Dr. Chahande sir. Now I request Dr. Rode sir to welcome Padma Shri Dr. Kolle sir. We are also privileged to have with us Dr. Deepak Tempe, Dr. B.C. Roy awardee, ex-Dean Maulana Azad Medical College, Government of NCT. Sir is available with us online. We recognize your e-presence, sir. Also, Dr. Mukund Didorkar, sir, Professor Emeritus, John Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore, USA, is also available with us online. We do recognize your e-presence, sir. Now I request Dr. Kirti Nemade to welcome our own Dynamic Secretary of Alumni Association, GMC Nagpur, Dr. Sudhir Nerar, sir. Now I request Dr. Pragati Rathod to welcome Vice President, Alumni Association, GMC Nagpur, who is workaholic, dynamic, and ever-smiling personality, Dr. Manish Shrigrivar, sir. Now I request Dr. Kumbalkar, sir, to welcome Padma Shri Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, who is also President of the Alumni Association, GMC Nagpur.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. And definitely, I would not like to miss this opportunity to recognize the presence of our esteemed Padma awardees, BC Roy, and Service Medal awardees, the Gold Medal awardees, and their proud parents, the distinguished alumni of GMC Nagpur, respected faculty, and all the alumni of GMC Nagpur for their gracious presence. And due to time constraint, we won't be able to acknowledge the names individually. स्वीकार किया आमंत्रण हमारा, रखा हमारा मान, कैसे करे कृतज्ञता, स्वागत है श्रीमान. So with folded hands, we welcome all the distinguished delegates here, and I request all the audience to give a big round of applause to all the illustrious alumni who have graced the occasion today. A leader is the one who knows the way, who goes the way, and shows the way. Such is the committed leader, Padma Shri Dr. Ashok Gupta, President, Alumni Association, GMC Nagpur. And I request you, sir, to kindly give your welcome remarks.
Honorable Dr. Anil Bonde, Member of Parliament, we are waiting for you. Honorable Dr. Sanjay Chande, Honorable Dr. Khalilullah, Honorable Dr. Mukund Didolkar, who is joining us online through, he said this is 3 o'clock in the morning, but I will still join all of you. Honorable Dr. Deepak Tempe, Honorable Dr. Kamal Tai Deshmukh, recipient of BC Roy Award, Honorable Dr. Ramesh Bakane, Honorable Dr. Sudhir Gupta, Dean of Medical College Nagpur, Honorable Dr. Uday Nalawar, who is a Vice Dean of the Medical College Nagpur, Honorable Dr. Manish Srigiriwar, Vice President, and a big support for us to continue the activity of Alumni Association, Honorable Dr. Bokale, Treasurer, and all the fellow office bearers of GMC AN, colleagues and all our alumni, dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries of the dais, senior faculty at GMC Nagpur, awardees, parents, guests, and dear students. I'm indeed honored to welcome you all today on the occasion of Diamond Jubilee and Josh Gold Medal Award bestowed upon to the toppers at the MBBS examination of the MUHS. I'm indeed delighted and proud to be an alumnus of Alma Mater, that's the Government Medical College Nagpur. And on the auspicious occasion of our institution's Platinum Jubilee, that is the 75th year, as well as honoring few of the high achievers of Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, BC Roy awardee, Service Medals awardee, and past and current toppers at the MBBS examination. I salute all the deans, including the founder dean, Dr. Colonel N. Bose, which we are trying to correlate the award ceremony to his birthday, which is on 21st of August. So we decided to hold this gold medal ceremony in corresponding to that. Indeed, all the efforts of dean and faculty has made this is center of, rather than looking back, I want to look forward to next 25 years to 2047. And that is, I would quote Dr. Didolkar saying that in next 10 years time, we should bring the Nagpur Medical College amongst the 10 best medical campus and college, if not in the world, at least in India. And again, I strongly believe that giving back an empathy individually and collectively will constitute a powerful roadmap for our progress. Those who have received their honors and medals today signify her achievers, making our institution, state and country proud. As a leading institution for medical education in India, which I feel during my tenure at the Medical Council of India, we have always tried to imbibe the values right at the MBBS level. We started the foundation course, and Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra has great vision for undergraduate and postgraduate training. And we think we need to have more committed and competent specialists for the emergent situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel nostalgic and privileged for the memorable event today, and thank you all and welcome you all for this special day to help us making the beginning of a 75th year of the Platinum Jubilee and the award ceremony as a memorable thing. And I would like to conclude with a note of advice and stress 3 important aspects applicable to young graduates and the old alumni that we must have high dreams and values, giving back to community. And that is what I would like to stress. Just two word of giving back. In 2016, we started a movement in Bombay, collected lakhs of rupees, and this smart podium is the example how we collected money and donated smart teaching podium to the medical college. One was installed in the Department of Surgery, one was installed in the Department of Medicine, the anatomy, and we tried to do something more. So giving back is the vision which all the alumni, I would like them to join us in this mission of giving back. And I extend good wishes and a successful future for all the young students and the gold medal awardees for this function. And thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to lead the team of a committed people like Dr. Dhakle, Dr. Meena Mishra, Dr. Sudhir Neral, and Dr. Manish Shrigiriwal. Without their support, we would not be able to conduct the session like this. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta, sir, for your welcome speech. The gold medal awards were initiated by Dr. Vibhavari Dani, Madam, Chairperson, Diamond Jubilee Committee 2007 and ex-Dean JMC Nagpur. Now I request respected Madam to kindly give the introduction of gold medal awards initiation briefly.
Ceremony, and we have clubbed felicitation of the stalwarts. Today's chief guest, Dr. Anil Bonde, who the guest of honor, Dr. Sanjay Chahande. Lesser we say, I don't know how to and what not to talk about him and what to talk. Dr. Sanjay Chahande is 1 mile long biodata and achievements. The great person, really, Dr. Sanjay Chahande. Dr. Ramesh Bakane, I can see him. Dr. Ravi Kole and Dr. Smita Kole, I keep meeting them in Meghat. They have a great work in Padma Shri, Dr. Ravi Kole and Dr. Smita Kole. Madam, Madam Deshmukh, she is everybody's madam. All the stalwarts sitting there, Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra, Dr. Madan Kapre is probably accepting on somebody's behalf. Yeah, I would be accepting the felicitation on Dr. Rani Bang's behalf. She has got COVID there. Dr. Jayan Pandey and so many of them are gold medal, Diamond Jubilee Gold Medal Awards, how it started. And me and my team, we initiated that award. So let me tell you the history in brief. In 2007, GMC completed 60 years and we decided to celebrate Diamond Jubilee. And it was celebrated with great fervor and enthusiasm and with great joy and with everybody's cooperation. And it was a super grand success. It's been our endeavor since beginning. Whenever we are organizing this function of Gold Medal Distribution Award, we see to it that some stalwart, some role model, some transparent high achiever and alumnus of this institute will be called as a chief guest. And this year there is a galaxy of them. So many shining stars in true sense. So the students, dear students, you are coming from an institution which is very illustrious. The stars, the diamonds from this institute have gone world over. They are shining all over. Recognize that. Be proud of your institute. I am proud of my institute. I was a faculty here. I retired as a dean from here, and I'm really proud of my institute. So what legacy you are getting, you have to remember that and always be proud of your institute and try to work to make your name appropriately attached to your institute by doing good works. In your field, you would be a doctor in few years, 1 or 2 or 3 years. The institute is so good. Thank you very much.
Today, we are indeed privileged to have with us Dr. Anil Bonde, sir, Honorable Member of Parliament, as our chief guest. I request Padma Shri Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, to give floral welcome to Dr. Anil Bonde, sir.
It is indeed a matter of pride to have with us Honorable Dean Dr. Sudhir Gupta, the Dean of Government Medical College, Nagpur, under whose dynamic leadership this institute is witnessing the Platinum Jubilee. Thorough academician, member of various associations, he has to his credit more than 50 publications. And sir, I request you to kindly address the august gathering.
On the dais, Honorable Dr. Anil Bonde, sir, Member of Parliament and alumni of this prestigious college, Dr. Sanjay Chahande, Additional Chief Secretary of Government of Maharashtra, Guest of Honor, and alumni of this college, Dr. Habibullah, sir, Dr. Kamal Deshmukh, madam, Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, Dani, madam, Dr. Bakne, sir, Dr. Ravi Kole, Dr. Sudhir Neral, and Dr. Shri Girivar. Many eminent alumni of this college, Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra, Dr. Kapre, sir, Dr. Pathak, sir, Dr. Sameer Chaube, eminent faculty members of Government Medical College, Dr. Kulkarni, Dr. Y.S. Deshpande, sir, winners of the awardees who are going to get medal today, their parents, beloved students of Government Medical College, press and media people, ladies and gentlemen, I got an opportunity to become a dean of this prestigious medical college about 1.5 years back. After joining this college, we have done many achievements in the field of specialties to start with. Initially, we have got a postgraduate students of 150, and today we are running a post-graduation in 248 seats are there in Government Medical College. We are going to increase further to 37 seats in medicine, surgery, ENT, and other specialties, which is under the process of NMC. For undergraduate students, we have increased the seats from 200 to 250. When our eminent alumni who were students, previously there was only one MCH in plastic surgery. Now we have got DM courses in gastroenterology, cardiology, and MCH in plastic surgery. We are in the pipeline of starting more MCH courses in pediatric, in intervention radiology for DM, MCH in urology, MCH in neurosurgery. These are the 3 specialties which are going to be started soon after the inspection. This college is one of the biggest college in the Vidarbha region, and very eminent students have passed, and they are glorying the Nagpur Medical College, that is Government Medical College, in various areas in India and in abroad also. Eminent politicians, eminent administrators, eminent doctors have come up and showing their abilities in the various fields where they are working and giving good name and fame for the Government Medical College. Honorable sir, this college is going to have a platinum jubilee year in 23. The dates are not finalized, but somewhere in the year end, either in October or in November, so that our alumni who are living abroad may join us and get a good appreciation for the college where they are, for their alma mater, where they are the students, and see how much development and how much achievement has developed in this college. Sir, when you came during your last visit to GMC Nagpur, we have requested something from you as a alma mater, and we suggest that we don't have a good auditorium and a lecture hall. So you promised us that you are going to help us in getting our guest house, this auditorium, and we are going to develop our old auditorium, which is there, which we got the estimate of about 6 crores. Sir, this college is going to develop days by days, and our eminent faculty who are giving their best services for the development and teaching to our undergraduates, postgraduates, and super specialty courses. We are going to have a robotic equipment very soon in the Department of Surgery. Robotic surgery equipment, this is going to be the first equipment in the government of Maharashtra. With the able guidance of Dr. God from the Department of Radiology, we got, sir, 3 Tesla MRI machine recently. And we are going to have one more CT scan machine in the same premises. So we have got now 4 CT scan machine in Government Medical College. This is the highest number in the state of Maharashtra in any medical college. So we are assembling here due to the awardees function. My best congratulations for their best achievement, and in future also they are going to have more achievement, more awards, and for that my best wishes from my side and from whole faculty and non-teaching staff who are working day and night for the benefit of students. With these few words and with your wishes, I am saying thank you very much for the Alumni Association who has given me some time to present my views to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, sir. And I now request Dr. Sudhir Nerar to felicitate the Honorable Dean, Dr. Sudhir Gupta, sir, with shawl, Shrifad, and a memento.
Leadership is the capacity to translate the vision into reality. Today, we are privileged to have with us such a leader and guest of honor for today's function, Dr. Sanjay Chahande, sir, IAS, ex-Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Maharashtra, as well as illustrious alumni of GMC Nagpur. Sir, I request you to kindly express your views on this auspicious occasion.
Dr. Bonde and the chairman of today's function, Dr. Khalilullah, dignitaries on the dais of the dais. It's always nice to be in the GMC. I remember my first speech, that was in the year 1982, when I compared a program that was chaired by Dr. Shrikant Jiskar. And at the end of the program, he complimented me for comparing. And throughout last maybe 40 years, I always thought that that was a sort of asset for me. And I always cherished the memories. And probably, the student days, whatever you do, that always counts. And you always remember, that always forms your asset. So whatever our alma mater has given to us, that is how what ultimately makes your career in the future. So one has to be always grateful to whether it's your school or your college. And I am indeed grateful to the GMC, and I am indeed grateful to the organizers of the function who have called me over here. So thanks once again. Young, I'll address again the students, an option. So I never got a gold medal. So I am indeed awed by your intelligence. And I know how competitive it is to get a gold medal. So I must compliment each one of you for your achievement. And I'm sure you continue with this achievement with your hard work. The other day, someone asked me, I had gone for a function with the IMA Nasik. So someone asked me how difficult or easy it is to crack IAS. So I said that whosoever cracked anatomy probably, I always thought that anatomy was the most difficult subject. I have read so many subjects for masters, including maybe, I read zoology for IAS, anthropology. In London school, I studied whatever, but I always thought, anatomy is the worst possible subject one could ever handle. So I said, anyone who has cracked anatomy can certainly crack IAS. So all those who got the gold medal can certainly be the IAS. So interestingly, the organizers over here, they have given you, I think, buffet of options. Madam had said the galaxy, but because I am there, so I didn't want to use the word galaxy. So buffet of options, you can be as experts as Dr. Tempe or Dr. Didolkar, or you can be an IAS officer, or you can be politician as Dr. Bonde. So choice is yours. Ultimately, be happy wherever you are. That's whatever you do, ultimately, it must give you happiness from within. So that is what you have to choose. I am personally humbled to be the part of this function where you are honoring Padma, B.C. Roy, Sena Medal awardees. My salute to each one of them for their human contribution and service to this field. Now, coming back to GMC, I am again saying that I made this speech for the students, and I am going to pass whatever message to the students. Okay, I'll try to not to be too long. But I remember in 1984, we had just passed out, and Dr. Saab is there. So there was a strike, and I think that was the longest strike ever. It lasted for more than 2 months. So other day I tried to Google what that strike was about. I knew what the strike was. So 15th of August 1984, India Today, you get a headline that says Maharashtra government's decision to give clearance to 3 private medical colleges, only 3. Vasantdada was the CM. 3 new medical colleges raises storm of protest, and it was all across the state, and there was 100% I think backing for that particular strike. But only 3 medical colleges. The government ultimately stuck to the policy, whatever. So what I want to tell students, what I feel, well, the jury may be out even today to say whether that was a right decision or wrong decision, but because we are in the administration side, what I will say that it would have not been possible for the public sector investment. I'm talking in that term. It's almost impossible to create, that sort of medical infrastructure, and also to have, those many of doctors for the massive country like us. So ultimately, whatever sector you want to develop, the investment is the key. And what I feel, this is what I want to tell students, that what is going to, I feel the transformation, what probably we have seen in last 40 years, you would see phenomenal and fast transformation in your life. I was telling other day when we were students, there was no ultrasound in medical college. I think it came after that. I'm quite sure that there was no ultrasound. And I remember my mother had to do T3, T4. So I had to take sample to Lakshmi Narayan Technology Institute. I still remember that. So those were the days. Those were the days. The transformation, what the students now who are getting gold medals and who are there, like, doing PG and all, they will see phenomenal transformation. And the transformation would be driven by two things. Primarily the investment. And the public sector investment is one, but it is the private sector investment that will drive all said and done. And whatever we say, it's ultimately when there is a private sector investment, what we call as a market, ultimately market will determine the cost and all that. So we always hope that perfect market, what is the economists they say, will keep the prices and proper in the sense, also ultimately in the interest of everyone, all stakes in the particular field. So I feel the technology and investment will drive, and the private investment, what will come, will certainly have a huge fillip the sector. So even if people are talking about the economic recession and all, the young students should not worry. They say India may grow 7%, 8%, but all projections in health sector is that health sector is going to grow with annual CAGR of 20 to 25%. That will be an interesting thing. So all students have a bright career and bright future. So this is going to be a very growing sort of sector. Now, whenever you have money, that of course has to be regulated properly, and the students must have seen that the Medical Council of India is replaced by National Medical Commission, and this National Medical Commission is going to be much more proactive than the earlier Medical Council. And one of the goals, which probably I'm not sure how it was worded in the last Medical Council, but it says that one of the objective is to have medical professionals, I'm underlining the word professionals, accessible to all citizens. Accessible to all citizens. This is an upfront objective what the new Medical Council has set up. So they will ensure that whatever the divide, the rural-urban divide, and whatever concentration of the doctors, in some way, the role of the regulator is to see that largely these things are properly placed in the ultimate interest of the public. That is what a good regulator, and I think lot of we have a lot of hope from the new incarnation. The other day I was going through some of the government documents, and particularly the Niti Aayog documents. So Niti Aayog has highlighted 7 sectors which they say will propel the growth of sector. One, they say private infrastructure. Second, health insurance, which is still quite not developed in our country. Third, pharmaceutical. Fourth, medical devices. Fifth, medical tourism. Then home health care. And lastly, telemedicine. So they have highlighted these sectors as the sectors which will propel the entire health sector, and all the students today, they will see how these 7 segments evolve over a period of time. And one more thing, again I said, is the private equity, public equity, and foreign investment. They will drive this in a big way. Other day, I really don't know. I thought the students would be there, so whether they would, I would ask them whether they have heard of IPO. When I was medical student, I didn't know IPO at all. But young students generally they know the stock, equity, and IPO and all. So we know, all of us, we know this IPO of Dr. Lal Patla, Narayana Rudayalaya, or Thyrocare. So, this is the type of investment which is coming, and that will transform the whole sector. And government of India has now allowed 74 to 100% of the FDI, foreign direct investment. And if whosoever is active in the stock, they will know that they are the FDI who drive or get the stock. Our pulse of the stock exchange depends on how active and how the FDIs are investing. So this is what ultimately for growth of any sector, the money is important. And the government money is just not sufficient for any sector. There is no doubt about it. We have now seen all that. So ultimately the money has to come. So private sector investment, public sector investment, that is what will drive the whole health sector in that sense. So these three things will drive in a big way. Then the health insurance, it is quite not developed. The health insurance, as all of us we know in US and all, we don't want that scenario as that US, but we probably can't afford in our country what the 100% public sector, that is NHS sort of pattern in UK. The seniors over there, they know much. They of course knowing much more than me. I was there studying in UK, so I know how the NHS works. But we have a good hybrid model, and this how hybrid model will develop over a period of time. So this health insurance is going to fetch billions of dollars, and will have a great impact on we have Government of India as Ayushman Bharat, which will cover the lower 50%, but the higher, the 40% segment, that will be in one way or the other will be covered by and will be propelled by the health insurance. Then of course I need not go in details, but the medical tourism is another big a sort of segment, and we'll see a lot of tourists. We are 7th as on today in the world, but we will see many patients from other countries. So medical tourism is another. Then of course our pharmaceutical sector, all of us we know it is the third largest in the world. Okay, then another is the home care. That is a big growth. In Corona, we have seen how this sector is important, and a lot of the private equity which is going on in this. I don't know whether you are aware of Portia Healthcare. $26 million were pumped by the private equity players in this particular sector. Then lastly, telemedicine. The telemedicine will also drive in a big way. So these are some of the areas which I thought I would flag to the students, and say ultimately my point is that it's a very bright area to work, and they'll have a lot of opportunities in all this. Then so far as the patient care is concerned, it will be driven in a big way by the genomics. There's a Niti Aayog whole chapter on the genomics, how genomics will drive and drive and propel this sector. Then the artificial intelligence and machine learning, that's another good big segment that will propel this particular segment, including also the robotics and all. So the students here, they have a very bright future ahead, and very dynamic and vibrant health sector, with offering a lot of opportunities to you. One more development, I will say that Government of India has launched National Digital Health Mission. So this National Digital Health Mission, they'll have all digital data on a platform with seamless transfer of data, and all students over here will be handling this National Digital Health Mission. It is a reality. Government of India has launched. It will drive this particular segment in a big way. So you have very bright future ahead, and I am sure that you will have an exciting journey. Our country, of course, is leading in different sectors. We'll attract a lot of medical tourists. Our pharma sector is booming, and of course the technology, the AI and all. So I'm sure that none of you have to either join politics or IAS, and here you yourself, you have a great career ahead. So I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and advice to our students. Now I request Dr. Ashok Gupta sir to felicitate sir with memento, shawl and slipper as a token of love from Alumni Association GMC Nagpur.
Thank you so much, sir. Our guest of honor, Dr. Deepak Tempe, is ex-director Maulana Azad Medical College, Government of NCT. He has joined online and let us listen to his express. Let us listen to the views he has expressed through a recorded speech.
Respected Dr. Anil Bonde, Member of Parliament, Dr. Chahande, former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Maharashtra, Dr. Ashok Gupta, Dr. Khalilullah, my teacher, my mentor, and my boss, my dear friend Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra, distinguished professors, teachers, colleagues, and my dear friends. First of all, please allow me to thank the organizers, especially Dr. Ashok Gupta, Dr. Sudhir Gupta, and Dr. Sudhir Nera for making me a part of this function. I am really pleased and honored to be a part of this function. At the same time, I want to offer my apologies for not being there in person due to some important prior commitments at Delhi on this particular day. I would like to congratulate all those students who are being honored today by a presentation of gold medals for securing the highest marks in the MBBS examinations. I would also like to congratulate all those who have not got the gold medals because you are on a common platform. The journey now begins for all of you. I would like to say that all of you must consider yourself extremely fortunate for two reasons. Number one, that you have joined a profession which, in my opinion, was, is, and will remain the noblest of the professions. And why is it medical profession is the noblest of the profession? Because you will be acquiring the skills that are of the nature such as life-saving, life-giving, and life-rejuvenating. Remember, my friends, no other profession, mind you, in no other profession you acquire the skills that are directly related to the human life. And that is why this is the noblest of the profession. The second reason I would say, which is more important, and that is that you are a part of the Government Medical College Nagpur now. I have seen many medical colleges, but I am yet to come across a medical college with a sprawling campus such as that of Government Medical College Nagpur. I still recall the physiology laboratory, the pharmacological laboratory, the histopathology laboratory, the lecture halls, the tutorial rooms, and to top it all, the anatomy museum of the medical college Nagpur. When the professor and head of anatomy department at Maulana Azad Medical College approached me with a request that she wants to renovate the anatomy museum of the college, I said that I will give the approval under one condition. What is that condition? You should make it at par with Government Medical College. So not only the infrastructure, but we were blessed to have excellent teachers. I recall the names such as Dr. M.L. Gandhi, Dr. Marwa, Dr. Chaube, Dr. N.K. Deshmukh. In my own department, Dr. R.K. Pradhan, Dr. Mankeshwar, Dr. Patke, Dr. Das, Dr. Soni, and many others who were a constant source of inspiration for all of us. All of you know that nowadays MCI has introduced a special module for you, which is called as the ATCOM module, that is Attitude and Communication Skills module. There was no such module during our times. So where did we learn all these non-technical skills from? We learned these non-technical skills from these great professors by merely observing them, by observing how do they talk, how do they behave with the patient, how do they behave in front of a gathering. So by observing them, we learn all these non-technical skills. So you are really fortunate on these two accounts for being a part of the Government Medical College. Another thing that I wish to say on this day, I would like to cite Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president, from his book called Wings of Fire. I'm sure some of you must have read the book Wings of Fire. And in that book, he says that if you want to succeed, you must dream, and you must dream big. And what is the meaning of dream? सपने वो नहीं होते जो नींद में देखे जाते हैं, सपने वो होते हैं जो आपको सोने नहीं देते. So my dear friends, please dream big if you want to rise and succeed in your life. The other thing that I wish to say on this day is to tell you about the ABC of a good doctor. I have said this time and again on a number of forums, number of meetings and in front of the students, but one more time, at the cost of repetition, I'm going to say again what is the meaning of, what are the ABCs of a good doctor. A stands for availability. No matter how competent and intelligent you are, if you are not available, you are of no use to the patient. Therefore, I do not like any doctor who switch off their cell phones, or who do not bother to pick them up, or do not call back if they are busy at that particular given time. They should at least call back. Because remember, the person who is trying to reach you needs your help, and the help is by way of life. So never ever remain unavailable, physically or on telephone. B stands for behavior. How you behave with your patients is very important. Be a patient listener to your patient. That's the least you can do for by way of behavior. And C stands for competence. So remember, competence is at the end. So even if you are an extremely competent person, if you are not available and if you do not know how to behave well, then you cannot be a good doctor. Finally, I would like to end this presentation or advice, whatever you may like to call. Our past mistakes make us believe that we are incapable of doing certain types of work. Come out of these shackles, break all the chains, all the ropes, and do your best. Forget the mistakes. Mistakes are, in fact, are the pillars of your strength, and try to do the best in your life and rise to the pinnacle of glory, and also make the prestige of GMC very high. So with those words, I would once again like to congratulate all of you for being a part of GMC Medical College Nagpur, and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tempe, sir, for your valuable words. We are privileged to have with us Dr. Mukund Didorkar, sir, Professor Emeritus, John Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore, USA, as the esteemed guest of honor. Sir is present with us online and shared his recorded message.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Didolkar. All the honors are close to my heart, but when it is awarded by your alma mater, where you were student and surgical trainee, it comes to the innermost chamber of my heart. I thank the alumni committee for this precious feather in my hat. I am joyful for the presence of Dr. Anil Bonde and Dr. Sanjay Kahande and GMC Dean and other officers, and importantly the Alumni Association members captained by Dr. Ashok Gupta. This college, founded in 1946 and led by Colonel A. N. Bose, has great traditions of excellence in teaching by full-time faculty, as practiced in many world-famous universities such as Johns Hopkins, Harvard, Oxford, Royal Postgraduate Medical School of London, and many other universities. I was fortunate to attend teaching of the founding pillars of teachers such as Drs. Berry, Nigam, Devi, Balakrishnan, and many others of their students. I cannot resist to tell you this anecdote with Dr. Nigam, who was legally blind late in his career and who left GMC for Delhi in a prestigious medical college the year before I entered medical school. He was visiting professor at GMCH, and I projected the slides of his lecture and presented few cases for discussion. He knew by heart every slide projected without even missing any footnote. After my graduation from GMC, I was admitted to postgraduate positions in AIMS Delhi, PGI Chandigarh, and Safdarjung Hospital Surgery Program, and of course, our GMC. I sought Dr. Nigam's advice about which institution should I choose for my surgical training. Without any hesitation, he told, Dr. Didolkar, you go back to Nagpur to do MS and you will get best surgical training. MS from Nagpur is equal to any other institution's MS, but the postgraduate training you will get in Nagpur is par excellence than any other training. And to this date, I can reckon it and benefited from it. Now comes the hard part of motivational speech. For all the toppers, the points I will make are for toppers as well as euphemistically naming non-toppers also. And I have arranged those as 10 commandments, but commandments has religious tone, so we will call it a tenets. First, I remember the address 52 years ago given by Governor General of New Zealand at my graduation ceremony at Royal College of Surgeons, London, England. Same points stood the test of time today at your graduation and gold medal ceremony. Your boat has now been constructed and it is sailworthy, and it is up to you to navigate through the shoals, shallow water, rough sea, storms, icebergs to take it safely to the shore. The postgraduate training you acquire will prepare you for any eventualities. I do not want to give historical disastrous examples of Titanic, Moby Dick naval boat, or many other examples of large boats grounded in Suez Canal or Greece shore. You must learn the skills not only for normal navigation but also for unexpected, inclement situation. This training will be foundation for the future. Second point, many of you will follow variegated paths in your career. Some of you would be academicians or practitioners or combination of both. Some may be administrators or pure researchers or politicians. Nonetheless, basic rudiments of our profession are principally no different from each other. Third point, know the difference between knowledge and wisdom in clinical practice. Application of knowledge is wisdom, a gold standard in our medical field. Wisdom is acquired by experience during training. In USA, training for any surgical field is 6 to 8 years after MD degree. Each year is important for making of a complete surgeon or a internist or a cardiologist. Learn the craft from excellent teachers. Not all can be excellent teachers, but learn from all other teachers on how not to emulate less than ideal methods which result in bad outcome. Fourth principle, prepare for every case under your care in the ward with the goal that you read and know more than your seniors and teachers as well. One of my residents at Hopkins who achieved highest marks in the nation in American Board of Surgery and is professor now, used to read about steps in surgical operations night before the operation. Additionally, he would again read in the evening after the surgery to find out any deviation done on that procedure because of abnormalities in that case. Our fifth point is no training in related on unrelated specialty is wasted in any medical specialty. It will always broaden your vista to treat the patient. A case in point is my daughter's, who is AOA, which is honor from Commonwealth University of Virginia. She did orthopedic training for 2 years in UPenn and quit this covetous orthopedic residency for radiology and then completed radiology training at Duke University and finished musculoskeletal radiology there. It was breeze in that training because of orthopedic training. Other personal example I had to do is of mine. I had to do casualty medical officer post at GMCH because the position for surgical registrar was not open or somebody else got it. Unbeknown at that time, I learned so much in that posting which carried me for future career in surgery. We had to do emergency tracheostomy within a minute in toddlers with diphtheria causing laryngeal obstruction. My sixth point, trust your team, including juniors and seniors. Create confidence in them. They look up to you and rely on you for your teaching as well as your example. Same is true for nurses and paramedical personnel. My seventh point, with digital world, know all the nuances for the study. It is not necessary to carry the book with you because everything is available digitally. We in USA give lectures on PowerPoint, which you also must be doing it, without taking any notes, written notes with us. Just to paraphrase in Hindi, खाली हाथ हिला के और भरे मगज से लेक्चर देने जाते हैं. Many applications are available on website to prepare for lecture or talk or presentation of case. Apart from electronic book, other sites such as UpToDate, Clinical Key, NCCN, PubMed and individual journals are available to quickly prepare the topic with latest literature and references in 1 to 2 years. 8th point I want to make, keep up with the modern technology and scientific advances. If they are not available locally, visit the centers of excellence in India or abroad. I used to go to Mumbai to see neurosurgery from leaders in that field when I was doing residency. At that time, that was the best center in India. My 9th point, essential tool for success and full understanding knowledge of applied medical statistics is sine qua non. You can understand and make logical decision and not on guesstimate, that is GUSS, guesstimate. It will help you to formulate clinical trials and research in addition to fully comprehend the subject matter. Lastly and most importantly, in medical training and practice, the integrity is underpinning of our profession, right from Hippocratic oath, and lest we forget. I again thank you for giving me the opportunity to share few thoughts to achieve pursuit in excellence, clinical excellence. My sincere desire is to see GMC as one of the 10 best medical schools in India, and I am willing to help in future in that regard. Thanks to Dr. Ramesh Bakane, who suggested my name to Dr. Professor Ashok Gupta. And again, thank you all. If you
Sir, for those words of encouragement. Now, I would like to dedicate this line to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. M. Khalilullah. अगर देखना चाहते हो मेरी ऊंचाई को तो आसमान से कहे थोड़ा और ऊंचा हो जाए. Such is an illustrious alumni of GMC Nagpur, who is Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and BC Roy awardee of 1956 batch, and is an eminent cardiologist, very well known all across the country and abroad. It is indeed a matter of proud privilege for us to have you, sir, here as our guest of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, sir, with a big round of applause. And I request, sir, to kindly speak a few words on this occasion.
Esteemed chief guest of the afternoon function, Dr. Anil Bonde, who happens to be an alumni of this distinguished college. It's both a privilege and honor to have him as our chief guest. As the whole galaxy of stalwarts sitting on the dais and of the dais, I'm so inspired and encouraged to see that the institution has produced so many wonderful people, stalwarts in all fields of medicine, as well as surgery, as well as in administrative skills. I was a student of this glorious college in 1956, and spending 10 years of my formative years, which made me a graduate and postgraduate in medicine, I was pushed into super specialty. I think for the first time from this college, both Dr. Lele and Dr. Sivadar pushed me into DM cardiology, which started in Hollister Medical Sciences. That's the third batch in the country. So, skipped with the skill, passion to grow, and innovative mindset. I went to AIMS and I started doing some new things which I've never done before. In Medical College Nagpur, we didn't have any access to the intracardiac electrocardiogram to decipher people who had complex arrhythmias. So I devised an esophageal lead which I got put from the mouth and record electrocardiogram very close to the heart. Esophageal electrocardiogram. That was a new thing which I started. And when I went to AIMS, I did that in few patients, and people are amazed and aghast how a person from Nagpur Medical College is doing all this here. 2 years in my study, I made India's first cardiac pacemaker. So carry my name, KM pacemaker. And I got President's Award. The imported pacemakers cost almost 50,000, 40,000. And this was marketed and sold to people for 1,200 rupees because they're saving somebody's life. There was a lady from Dadar, Bombay, who was on this pacemaker for 5 years. She used to change the battery every 3 weeks and get onto it because she could not afford implantable pacemaker. That is not the end of the game. I realized that the sky is too high and you do a lot of things. I started electrophysiology, started interventional cardiology. Surgeons had all the game to play. I said, why should not the physician do that? So I started technique of doing interventions. So you put the balloon from the femoral vein, go into the heart, open the balloon and open the valve. So we opened the first pulmonary valve in GB Pant Hospital on the 23rd of March, 1985. That was the first thing in the country. We opened the mitral valve. The first 5 mitral valve stenosis in the world possibly came from our country. We taught the whole world about this technique. And we didn't stop. We opened the aortic valve, we opened the tricuspid valve, we opened the coarctation of aorta, we opened the aortoarthritis. And having done all the stenotic lesions, conquered them, I started embarking on the closure of defects, which again the field of the surgeons. PDA is to open the chest and close and tie the ductus. I put the umbrella through the femoral vein into the ductus, close it, and send the patient the next day home without any stitch on the body. So that's how it still started. The next thing was to close the atrial septal defect, ventricle septal defect, AV malformations, and name you have any communication, you can close that down. Now, this is what came from the institution like Government Medical College Nagpur. If I didn't have the training, I don't think I had the guts to do that. I didn't have the patience to do that. And I must bow my head down to this institution, its faculty and my teachers who have given everything to us in life. The whole glory of Viceroy Award, Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, is all the gains of the gift of these my teachers. If they are not us, whatever we have done today, I don't think we could stand where we are today. I must say that the institution has a long way to go and make the best of the medical education in this country. A word for my friends who are here, Padma awardees, let me tell them that's the beginning of the story. It's a long way to go. Many more awards or honors are waiting for you. Same thing about our distinguished people from different services. So you all have great honors to come in the way. And to my students, let me tell them that you have put the first step on the spiral of success. It has only one way to go. You can't come down. You have to grow. You have to grow and perform. And unless you do that, you can't justify yourself to the student of Government Medical College, Nagpur. You owe this responsibility. You owe this, this accountability. I have to put a target of every year of mine as to what I'm going to do next new thing in the country. And that's what put me up there. This is what I want to convey to all my students. Please, this is only the stepping stone. You have to go very high. I'm indeed grateful to the Alumni Association to invite me from Delhi. And I must say, Dr. Ashok Gupta has a great persuasive power. I came at 12 o'clock at the airport right here, so I missed my lunch. So I don't want to become hypoglycemic. With that sweet words, Mr. Chairman, we are honored by your presence. And I think your bind with the institution will take it up to the sky. God bless you and thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now is the time to felicitate our Padma awardees. It is the highest civilian national award given by the Honorable President of India on occasion of Republic Day in recognition of the excellent contribution and exceptional achievements in the various fields. All these Padma awardees and the various other awardees, they firmly believed कि ख्वाहिशों से नहीं गिरते हैं फूल झोली में, ख्वाहिशों से नहीं गिरते हैं फूल झोली में, कर्म की शाख को हिलाना होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा कोसने से अंधेरे को, अपने हिस्से का दिया खुद ही जलाना होगा. So with a big round of applause now, let us start with the felicitation of the Padma awardees. I would like to invite our chief guest, Honorable Dr. Anil Bonde sir, and the other dignitaries on the dais to kindly felicitate Dr. M. Khalilullah, who is Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and B.C. Roy awardee. I request all the guests to be present there on the dais. I would like to invite Dr. Y. Deshpande sir to accept the award on behalf of late Dr. R.D. Lele sir. I would like to request Dr. Praful Kulkarni sir to receive the award for Padma Shri, Dr. G.S. Sainani sir. I would like to request Dr. Madan Kapre sir to please accept the award for late Padma Shri, Dr. V. Marwa sir. Dr. Manish Rigriwar to receive the award for Padma Shri, Dr. Prakash Amte and Dr. Mandakini Amte madam. Dr. Samir Chobe to receive the award for Padma Shri, late Dr. B.S. Chobe sir. I request our chief guest to felicitate Padma Shri, Dr. Ashok Gupta sir, the President Alumni Association. And I request Dr. Kanchan madam to please join. I request Dr. Sunita Mahatme madam to kindly accept the award for Padma Shri, Dr. Vikas Mahatme sir. So much sir. And now I request Dr. Sanjay Chande sir to do the further honors. I request Dr. Sulochna Pathak madam and Dr. Vibhavari Dani madam to accept the felicitations for Dr. Padma Shri, Dr. Abhay Bang and Padma Shri, Dr. Rani Bang madam. I request Dr. Sanjay Chande sir to felicitate Padma Shri, Dr. Ravindra Kole along with Dr. Mrs. Kole, and a big round of applause. And I invite Dr. Raghunath Malani to accept awards on behalf of Padma Shri Dr. Himmat Bawas.
So moving ahead, it is time to felicitate Dr. B.C. Rai awardees. B.C. Rai Award is bestowed upon eminent medical persons in India by Honorable President of India every year on National Doctors Day on 1st July. I request Dr. Ramesh Bakane sir to felicitate the Dr. B.C. Rai awardees. First one is Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh Madam, who has received Dr. B.C. Rai Award in the year 1989. I request Dr. Rakesh Bakane sir to felicitate the madam for the award. Goel sir, who has received the award in the year 2003. Dr. Atul Goel sir. Request Dr. Kumbalkar sir to receive the award on behalf of Dr. Deepak Tenpe sir, who has received the award in the year 2006. Now I request Dean Dr. Sudhir Gupta sir to do the further honor. Next is the Dr. Mohan Rajapurkar sir, nephrologist, who has received the award in the year 2007. I request Dr. Madan Kapre sir to take the award on behalf of Dr. Rajapurkar sir. Next is Dr. Kanan Bala Elikar madam, who has received the award in the year 2009. Next one is well-known multi-talented personality from the Nagpur, and he is none other than our own Dr. Ved Prakash Mishra. Please give the big round of applause for the sir.
Thank you so much, sir. हालात वो ना रखे जो हौसलों को बदल दे, बल्कि हौसला वो रखे जो हालातों को बदल दे. ये जज्बा है हमारे जो सर्विस में करते हैं फॉर योर आउटस्टैंडिंग एंड एक्सेप्शनल डिवोशन टू ड्यूटी एंड करेज. थैंक यू सो मच सर. हालात वो ना रखे जो हौसलों को बदल दे, बल्कि हौसला वो रखे जो हालातों को बदल दे. ये जज्बा है हमारे जो सर्विस में करते हैं फॉर योर आउटस्टैंडिंग एंड एक्सेप्शनल डिवोशन टू ड्यूटी एंड करेज फॉर द आर्मी. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a big round of applause Lieutenant Colonel A.L. Sharma, who will be accepting the award on behalf of Lieutenant General Madhav Tutakne and Lieutenant General Saibal Mukherjee. I request Dr. Khalilullah sir to do the honors. First, on behalf of Lieutenant General Madhav Tutakne sir. Also, on behalf of Lieutenant General Saibal Mukherjee, our Honorable Chief Guest to felicitate Lieutenant Colonel A.L. Sharma. Now, Sharma sir to receive his own award, invite Major General P. Subhas, who has received Vishishta Seva Medal. Then Colonel Vikas Dhanorkar. And then Major Dr. Milind Bhushundi. तालियां बजती रहना चाहिए. And Captain Natarajan Iyer.
Now moving forwards, we have alumni who have received multiple gold medals. All were the stalwarts of college during those days. We also want to felicitate them. I request Dr. Vibhavari Dani and other members to felicitate them. So first in the list is Dr. Ramesh Bakane sir. Dr. Ramesh Bakane sir. Next is Dr. Jayant Pandey sir. Satish Kade sir. Dr. Kalpana Mahadi Korpe madam, who has received the gold medal at the hands of Honorable Prime Minister. Dr. Sanjay Paithankar sir was topper in all the 3 years and received 2 gold medals. Dr. Narendra Rathi sir from 1979 batch. Sir has received 7 gold awards, medals.
I request the guest to felicitate Dr. Dilip Guha, who has participated in Bangladesh War in 1971.
I request Ved Prakash Mishra sir to express his view on behalf of the awardees.
And now over to Honorable Mishra sir.
Learned dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, I, on behalf of all the awardees in the precincts and in the corridors and contours of this alma mater of ours, I have only one thing to confirm on behalf of practically all the awardee alumni of this great alma mater of ours. Had it not been Government Medical College Nagpur, had it not been the legacy of this great alma mater of yours and mine, had it not been the conventions and traditions that have been set out in the precincts of this great alma mater of yours and mine, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, you and me would not have been what we are. And therefore, it is in that context, on behalf of the awardees, learned dignitaries, our only submission is कि खाक की मिट्टी उठा, काबिल बना दिया. खाक की मिट्टी उठा, काबिल बना दिया, हम नाचीजों को भी प्यार के काबिल बना दिया. It is this miracle, ladies and gentlemen, that this institution has created in your and my lives. And therefore, on the occasion of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of this great alma mater of ours, I, on behalf of all the awardees, taking their consent, explicit and implicit, I declare that we dedicate and devote all these awards to our mother alma mater, Government Medical College, Nagpur. And in conclusion, I have only to say, thanking the organizers, the Alumni Association led by Dr. Ashok Gupta and the entire team, let us say and rise and say in one in unison, the second mother of yours and mine, Government Medical College, Nagpur. With grandeur, with commitment, with essence, let us rise and say, Ma, Tujhe Salam. Tujhe Salam. Tujhe Salam. And therefore, Chairman, with your concurrence, I am wanting to put across this sentiment across all of us. I will be saying one day, and you will be saying GMC Nagpur. One day, one day, one day, long live GMC Nagpur.
Now I invite Dr. Uday Narlawar sir to introduce our chief guest for today's function, Honorable Member of Parliament, Dr. Anil Bonde sir.
It's my great privilege and honor, respected dignitaries on the dais, our alumni of 1977 batch, the Member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha, Dr. Anil Bonde sir. I got this opportunity twice within last 1 month when I introduced sir in one of the felicitation program in our college. Sir was a student of undergraduate of 1977 batch, and he passed final MBBS with a flying color, and then he did his post-graduation in general medicine, and he has started his practice at Amravati, and at the same time he was working as a lecturer at Punjab Rao Deshmukh Medical College, and then assistant professor to full-time professor for about 15 years. But for doing that, while doing that, he was also involved in the social work. He took charge of Madhuban Vruddhashram in the year 1991. He has led a Rail Roko Andala in 2003 for the farmers' compensation. Started medical campus in the village of Varud and Morshi on a large scale. Conducted Maha Arogya Shibir to combat chikungunya in 2006. Marched onto Charge Dam to demand the release of water for villages in Morshi in 2006. He's running tribal residential schools and 2 high schools by Matoshri Bahuuddeshiya Shikshan Sanstha. He's running 75-bedded hospital in Amravati through Healthcare Private Limited. In 1996, he won the Outstanding President from National Junior Chamber, and in 2000 won the Kamal Patra Award for his social service. As the MLA, member of Legislative Assembly, he has awarded with Best Parliamentary Award of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly in 2015 for outstanding performance. He has contested as an independent candidate and got elected as an MLA in 2009. Started the Orange Export Project at Varud, MIDC, and Santra Unnati Prakalpa at Hivarkhed. Set up industries to promote self-employment and encourage the Niradhar Yojana, Shravanba Yojana, Samadhan Shibir, and Maharajaswa Abhiyan. Initiated the construction of Pandhan Raste farm roads in his constituency. Established competitive exam orientation center, libraries, and health center in 55 villages. He was a minister in the government as an agriculture minister, as all of us know, and he was there for about 82 days in the cabinet ministry. During his short tenure of 82 days, he has done a lot of work for farmers, increased subsidy for micro irrigation from 50 to 80% in drought-prone, suicide-prone, and Nakshal-affected area. Increased subsidy from 50 to 75% for beneficiaries of late Nanaji Deshmukh Krishi Samruddhi Abhiyan. He has taken stringent action against bogus seed and faulty chemical fertilizers. Launched Prom Fertilizer Project Processing Unit in Vidarbha for Orange by Jain Coca-Cola. Took the leading role in Tur cotton procurement and Shri Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj loan waiver scheme. He has participated in PM Crop Insurance Scheme Convention for all state agriculture minister and suggestions submitted on behalf of state. He was a president of Kisan Morcha Maharashtra State, and as a president Kisan Morcha Maharashtra State, he has organized executive body of Maharashtra State Kisan Morcha, including 59 members with representation from all districts. Traveled in 16 districts of Maharashtra and organized farmers gathering, performed tractor pujan, and expressed in press meet. He has participated in lot of debates on various television channels related to agriculture reforms, agriculture budget, farmers laws, poor condition of farmers, etc. He has written lot of articles in all leading newspapers regarding agricultural reforms and agriculture budget. Launched the awareness program for Atmanirbhar Bharat through agriculture, animal husbandry, fishery, and women's self-help group. And he is elected as a National General Secretary for BJP Kisan Morcha by National President, Member of Parliament Sri Rajkumar Chahar. And there are so many other things, but because of the time constraint, now I welcome Dr. Anil Bonde sir for his address to the gathering. Thank you.
All the dignitaries on the dais and all the dignitaries, brothers and sisters of Government Medical College Nagpur. Now, this is such a moment that I can remember when I entered in medical college in 1977. Just now I also entered, and the same campus, same student section, same dean office,
डीन साहब, स्टूडेंट सेक्शन के बाहर एक मकड़ी का जाल था। वो भी जब मैं एडमिशन लिया वैसे ही, आज भी वैसे ही। मैंने वो मकड़ी को भी पूछा तेरी बैच कौन सी है। तो आज बहुत खुशी का दिन है कि सेम कॉलेज, ये हॉल भी मुझे याद है कि डॉक्टर BS चौबे साहब ने जब API की कॉन्फ्रेंस दी थी, उस API की कॉन्फ्रेंस उस वक्त नागपुर में होना ये बहुत बड़ी बात थी। और उस वक्त जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उन्होंने बढ़ाया था, एट दैट टाइम दिस API हॉल वाज कंस्ट्रक्टेड। आज डॉक्टर अशोक गुप्ता जो बहुत मेहनत लेते हैं वो यहाँ पे है। डॉक्टर खलीलुल्लाह पद्म भूषण अवार्डी। डॉक्टर खलीलुल्लाह जब आते थे मेडिकल कॉलेज में, सब फर्स्ट ईयर से लेके तो फाइनल ईयर तक सब लड़के इकट्ठा होके उनका स्पीच सुनते थे, क्योंकि ऐसा क्रेजी बहुत था। यानी डॉक्टर खलीलुल्लाह आ रहे दिल्ली से स्पेशली ECG पढ़ाने के लिए, और आज उनको मैं प्रत्यक्ष उनके बाजू में बैठ के देख रहा हूँ, उस वक्त नहीं देख पाता था। डॉक्टर संजय चहांदे, ही इज वेरी इंटेलिजेंट ऑफिसर। डॉक्टर सुधीर गुप्ता, डीन, our dean of the GMC. Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh, she is from Amravati. And when I was working in pediatrics, my teacher was Dr. Vibhavari Ji Dani. Dr. Ravindra Kole, again from Amravati, Dr. Ravindra Kole and Dr. Mrs. Kole. Dr. Ramesh Ji Bakani, US में रहते हुए भी सभी पूरे भारत में जो लोग रहते हैं उनकी बिल्कुल जानकारी रखते हैं। And each and every person who is going to US and if he calls Dr. Ramesh Bakani, he definitely helps it. क्योंकि मेरा लड़का भी जब वहाँ पे गया, मैंने उनको फोन किया, ज्यादा पहचान नहीं थी, लेकिन उन्होंने उसको घर पे बुलाया। यानी एक बॉन्ड डेवलप करने का काम डॉक्टर रमेश जी बकानी की तरफ से। डॉक्टर सुधीर जी नेहरा, यानी हम तो उनको डॉन बोलते हैं।
रेट ज्यादा है ना,
क्योंकि सभी लोगों को साथ में रखने की, लाने की जिम्मेदारी डॉक्टर सुधीर नेहरा, डॉक्टर मनीष शिरगिरवार, डॉक्टर मुकुंद जी डिडोरकर, डॉक्टर दीपक जी टेम्पे, डॉक्टर वेद प्रकाश जी मिश्रा। अब लोग, बहुत सारे लोग मुझे बोलते हैं कि डॉक्टर वेद प्रकाश जी मिश्रा का भाषण सुना क्या? मैंने बोला उनके फिजियोलॉजी के लेक्चर भी मैं ही सुना हूँ। तो नहीं, लोगों में तो बहुत बड़ी क्रेज है डॉक्टर वेद प्रकाश जी मिश्रा की। अभी अमरावती में आके गए तो बहुत सारे लोगों ने बोला कि आप नहीं जा रहे क्या उनका भाषण सुनने के लिए? मैंने बोला पहले ही सुन लिया है। बहुत दिनों से व्हाट्सएप पे भी एल्यूमिनी का मैं पढ़ता हूँ, मैं पार्टिसिपेट भी करता हूँ। मैं कमेंट्स उसमें डालता नहीं हूँ, इसलिए नहीं डालता हूँ कि कमेंट्स डालने के बाद में अपन एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं, तो लेकिन पढ़ता हूँ। ऐसा लगता है कि ये मेडिकल कॉलेज, इसने तो बहुत लोगों को बहुत ऊंचाई तक पहुंचाया है, मुझे भी। तो हमें भी कुछ तो भी ये मेडिकल कॉलेज को देना चाहिए। ऐसी एल्यूमिनी के जो मैं व्हाट्सएप का पढ़ता हूँ तो वहाँ से जो फीडबैक आता है, और अच्छा प्लान मुझे लगता है कि डॉक्टर अशोक गुप्ता, डॉक्टर सुधीर नेहरा, डॉक्टर डीन, डॉक्टर गुप्ता, इन्होंने भी बनाया है, बड़ी मेहनत कर रहे। मैं जब मिनिस्टर बना था और MLA था, उस वक्त भी हमने कोशिश की थी कि ये मेडिकल कॉलेज में एक अच्छा सुंदर ऑडिटोरियम हो, अच्छा गेस्ट हाउस हो, और उसके लिए भी पूरा प्रपोजल दिया था। लेकिन उसके बाद में इलेक्शन लगा, और इलेक्शन लगने के बाद में आपको पता है महाराष्ट्र में जरा उल्टा पलट हो गई, यानी टोटल टर्मोइल डेवलप हो गया। और लेकिन अभी मुझे लगता है कि हमने कोशिश करनी चाहिए। उस दिन डॉक्टर रावत वाज इन द मीटिंग। ये तो करना ही चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी बात ऐसी करनी चाहिए कि ऐसा मुझे लगता है, आप सब लोग हैं इसलिए मैं आपके भी थॉट शेयर करना चाहूँगा कि जो भी एक्टिविटी हम करते हैं एल्यूमिनाई की, वो सिर्फ हमारे तक ही सीमित न हो. That should be related, that should benefit the masses, that should benefit the patients. उनसे ज्यादा रिलेटेड रही तो मुझे लगता है हम हमारे कर्तव्य का ज्यादा अच्छा पालन कर रहे हैं, ऐसा होगा. और आज इतने बड़े बड़े लोग हमारे यहाँ पे हैं कि मैंने इसलिए डीन साहब को भी बोला था कि हमारे मेडिकल कॉलेज का स्ट्रक्चर भी, यानी स्ट्रक्चर बिल्डिंग तो वही रहेगी लेकिन थोड़ा अट्रैक्टिव और कैसा हम बना सकेंगे. डॉक्टर विकास जी महात्मे भी आ गए, वो भी पद्मश्री जी है. एक आपको बताता हूँ, हमारी पार्टी भारतीय जनता पार्टी है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी बड़ा अच्छा न्याय करती है सबको, सबके साथ में. उन्होंने देखा कि एक जीएमसी के स्टूडेंट को राज्यसभा का मेंबर करके पहले रखा था, उनको रिप्लेस करना था, इसलिए मुझे ही जीएमसी के स्टूडेंट को ही राज्यसभा में रिप्लेस किया. खो खो.
ज्यादा रेट लगा रहे हैं आजकल.
तो अभी अमृत महोत्सवी वर्ष पूरे भारत का है. अमृत महोत्सवी वर्ष हम मना रहे हैं और हमारे मेडिकल कॉलेज का भी अमृत महोत्सवी वर्ष 2223 में है, 23rd में है. मुझे लगता है 1948 की हमारी स्थापना थी. तो इस अमृत महोत्सवी वर्ष में एक स्पेशल प्लान करके वी शुड परस्यू, यानी परस्यू करके हम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ भी हमने जाना चाहिए. और एक थोड़ा सा कैंपेन आपके तरफ से रहा कि अमृत महोत्सवी वर्ष में हम पंतप्रधान जी को हमारे मेडिकल कॉलेज में ला सके प्लेटिनियम जुबिली में. तो एक बड़ा अचीवमेंट हमारे लिए होगा, नागपुर के लिए भी होगा, नागपुर के हेल्थ सेक्टर के लिए भी होगा, विदर्भ के हेल्थ सेक्टर के लिए होगा. तो हम इतने सभी कॉर्नर से है और हमारा एक मेमोरेंडम भी सबके सिग्नेचर का गया, तो उसका भी इफेक्ट बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. लेकिन जब पीएम साहब आते हैं तो उस वक्त हमारे पास भी ऐसी तैयारी रहनी चाहिए कि हम ये डेवलपमेंट को यानी आगे बढ़ाने के लिए अच्छे से उनसे सॉलिड अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष का फंड भी उनको हम मांग सके एक डेवलपमेंटल ये करके. तो इसलिए आज का ये जो फंक्शन है मुझे लगता है एक माइलस्टोन जैसा फंक्शन रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि इतने बड़े लोग सभी कॉर्नर से एक वक्त यहाँ पे लाना ये बहुत बड़ी सर्कस है. डॉक्टर अतुल गोयल हमारे से 1 साल सीनियर है, 76 बैच के. उस वक्त भी अतुल गोयल एंड डॉक्टर नहीं अनदर न्यूरोफिशियन नहीं हस्तक इज देयर एंड गुरुसानी ऑल 3 पीपल. हमारे बैच 76 में हमें दिखता था कि ये 3 ही लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं. लेकिन कैसा है कि हमारा बॉन्ड ऐसा रहता कि एक पेशेंट यानी वो बहुत ही सीरियस था, गरीब था, तो ही टोल्ड मी कि डॉक्टर अतुल गोयल इज गोइंग टू ऑपरेट, आप पहचानते क्या उनको? मैंने बोला बिल्कुल पहचानता हूँ. मैंने डॉक्टर अतुल गोयल का फोन नंबर निकाला और उनको फोन किया. इमीडिएटली ही रिवर्टेड, उन्होंने ऑपरेट भी किया, पेशेंट भी अच्छा हो गया. ये बॉन्ड हमारा एल्यूमिनी का बहुत अच्छे तरह से रहता है. तो इसलिए ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है अमृत महोत्सव की. इस अमृत महोत्सव का हम हमारे मेडिकल कॉलेज के लिए अच्छी तरह से फायदा करवा लेंगे, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. आज इस फंक्शन में मुझे बुलाया, मुझे सब चीजें याद आई और आपके साथ में बहुत अच्छा समय गुजारा, इसलिए आपको सबको धन्यवाद देता हूँ, मेरी शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और मेरे शब्दों को विराम देता हूँ. जय हिंद.
Thank you so much, sir. And I now request our Ashok Gupta, sir, the President Alumni Association, to felicitate our chief guest with shawl, shrifer, and memento. And we are privileged to have with us Honorable Padma Shri Dr. Vikas Mahatme, sir. I request again Gupta sir to kindly welcome Dr. Vikas Mahatme, sir. Request our chief guest to kindly present the memento for felicitation of Dr. Vikas Mahatme sir.